this is a time when there is a tactical shift in customer aspirations and aspirations of the board, aspirations of management, and the employees. And I think COVID is something which has definitely led to this change. What has led to this change is what I call as the Uberization of expectations, right? People want a Uber sort of a model to say that you pay only as much as you use. You don't invest in assets unnecessarily. You keep your asset model fairly right. And you also build an agile team not only in the IT side but also on the operations side.
The world is changing because of multiple source of data, volume, velocity, whatever we say, and that is where the decision making will change. The reason was from Excel driven approach to data insight driven approach was the driver which enabled us to move from SAP from in-house to cloud environment. We realized that the data which is generated at different stages was huge, not possible to handle in Excel. So you need to be insight driven. You need to clearly identify what are your outliers, your exception, and you have to help business users with right decision making tools.
I think the CEOs and promoters realize that unless you have the right technology band and a sort of person looking after it, you cannot do business. You forget about the technology being a support. The role of the CIO has changed big time. I think from a person who was just handling technical delivery to a business partner today.
Our focus on a cloud will remain as a growth perspective. That's one. Two, while we look at our internal view of customer facing operations excellence, we are mindful about the vulnerability, dynamism, and the changing dimension which we see with respect to government policies, with respect to geopolitical things.
When we talk about AWS, security is our topmost priority, and as for our customer, it is also paramount. What I see, what is the benefit of AWS cloud is that the customers can inherit all of the security, the compliances which we have built for our global customers. And those global customers are some of the large customers. The trust is now there, and we have seen that because of the trust, we are now having more than 5,000 plus customers who have migrated their mission critical workload on AWS. And because of that trust, if you see, most of the SAP's SaaS offering either exclusively running on AWS or in parts running on AWS.
You need to also take into consideration business and management view, because that's very important. The risk is seen by organization, the risk is seen by management, and this differs from industry to industry. So when you look at the cloud, often we only put a full stop saying that the security is very high. Largely security, I think people have experiences and there's a good amount of trust. It's only what kind of investment has to go, what kind of whether it is private or a public approach you take it, and the investment you do it, because there are good amount of tools available. But when it comes to compliance, it is closer to the process than to a product.
100% dependency on one cloud or moving entire infrastructure on a cloud, that is different model. But when you start working in the real time, entering in a cloud is a very easy. Okay, you have the get the best cost, best services, everything. But exiting from the cloud, it's very critical. Like in a management, when you sit, we cannot give the dependency on a single people. We have to distribute the things. So same like in a cloud, which application we have to move on a AWS side, how many parts we have to move on a Azure side. Don't dependent on the single cloud provider.
Beyond ERP, yes, no doubt AI/ML cases are there, because see, we gone into this price forecasting. So price earlier it was not like that. So price using the SAP data and all that, then we have got into this price forecasting, enabling the data from other websites and all the other sources, and then putting it into the SAP data. We have gone into this price forecasting.
Digitalization is imperative, that is going to happen, but how we can keep scaling and keep governance model, the security and the governance on top of it, so that it is sustainable.
Clearly, there are people who have moved on this journey at various points of time, and they are already realizing the benefits of moving to SAP on AWS, and obviously trying to make it bigger now at a business scale.